Hey guys, Fraser here. I'm just at the back of my house right now, and I thought I'd do a bit of a kind of more of a vlogging style. I'm moving house today, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk about the cost of renting here in Hatyai and in Thailand. Um, as you know, my channel is called Fraser Hatyai, but I'm actually leaving Hatyai, which is kind of weird as I only started this channel 3 weeks ago, well 2.5 weeks ago, and it's called Fraser Hatyai. I'm not moving too far. I'm staying in the same province, so I'll be moving about 25 minutes drive away within the same province to a place called Ratapum. Reason I'm moving, basically I've been wanting to move up there for a while to my to live on in my fiance's house. Basically we're building an extension on the back, which is going to be my office. And as the internet's just become fast enough there for me to be able to run my online business from up there, it makes sense to move up there. So I'm not paying rent here in Hatyai. I'm only going to be 25 minutes out of Hatyai, so I'm still going to be coming back and making videos around here. And hopefully doing a lot more traveling around Bangkok, Phuket and other parts of Thailand and filming up there. Okay, so the house I stay at the moment, it costs me 8,000 baht a month. That's about 160 pounds, maybe $200 a month. And this house has 2 bedrooms upstairs. Both bedrooms have ensuite bathrooms. And downstairs there's one main room, kitchen, living room area, and a bathroom, and it costs about 8,000 a month. The moment I'm moving, so everything's all over the place. As you can see, everything's ready to go. So yeah, this is the bedroom, which is just the mattress left. That's going to be moved today. Alright guys, so I'm all moved up here to Ratapum now. Basically, everything's moved here now. All I gotta do tomorrow is go back and get the deposit back, hopefully. I'll talk about that a bit later. So I thought I'd talk today about the cost of renting in Thailand and what to expect when you're renting. At the moment, this is gonna be my new office. It still needs painting, and basically everything needs to be moved in here. I've just put my desk in temporarily as I gotta get a bit of work done tonight. Well, we'll be having a party a little bit later to thank everybody who helped us move all this stuff, and then okay, so let's go into how much does it cost to rent here in Thailand. Where I live, or lived in Hatyai, I paid 8,000 baht a month, about $200 for a pretty nice house. 2 bedrooms upstairs, big kitchen, living room, balcony, 2 balconies, and an outdoor area at the back for barbecuing or whatever. A big car park as well, where we park the car and the motorbikes, and a fence that locks in the car. The bikes for safety. So that in Hatyai about $200, 8,000 baht a month, which is pretty cheap, I think. In Bangkok, in the outskirts, you may get houses like that, the similar prices, probably not as nice as you get for that price in Hatyai. You're going to be paying more there. Let's talk about apartments. An apartment in Hatyai will cost anywhere from 1,600 baht, which is how much the first place I rented stayed. It was an absolute shithole. But back then I was teaching English full time. That's all I did, and I wanted to save as much as I could for traveling and drinking, I guess, a little bit, partying and socializing, and yeah. So you can rent very, very cheaply if you do want to. A nice apartment in Hatyai, 5,000-6,000, you get something okay. 8,000 and up, you get something really nice. Bangkok, you're looking at more. Expect to pay at least 15,000 for a half decent apartment in Bangkok. You can find stuff for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 a month, but it's not going to be as nice, and you're probably going to be in a bad location, which means what you saved you'll probably be spending on travel to get to the BTS stations or the MTR stations. If you want a half decent place close to a BTS station, you're probably looking at least 15,000 a month in Bangkok. Phuket, the same. Phuket, I'd say 15,000 a month is the minimum. You can find cheaper places, it's not going to be that nice. 15,000, about I think $400, £300, a bit less now because of the Brexit and everything. Yeah, so to answer the question of renting in Thailand, firstly it depends on where you are. If you're in the south, in one of the smaller provinces, or if you're up in the northeast of Thailand, you can rent very cheaply from a couple thousand baht a month if you want, up to 5, 6, 7, 8, and you're getting something pretty nice. Bangkok and Phuket, and maybe Koh Samui, and right in the tourist part, you're going to be paying a little bit more. You're probably looking at 15,000 for something quite nice, and maybe 7, 8,000 you'll get something alright. Another thing to mention, so when you're renting in Thailand, you're usually expected to pay 2 months in advance. 1 month in advance and then a month deposit as well. On top of that, if you're in an apartment, usually the rate you're paying for electric and water is not the rate set by the water and electric company, it's the rate set by the person you're renting from, which is usually 5 or 6 times more than the actual rate. So be careful with that. Sometimes we put it really high, so you might be thinking you're getting a great deal, a place for 10,000, but then your electricity bill comes to 3,000-4,000 at the end of the month. So be careful there. Houses, usually you're paying the electric and the water bill at the set government or water company and electricity company rate, so you're going to save money there. Then there's getting your deposit back. Make sure you sign a contract when you rent, and it can be difficult to get your money back in Thailand. In my experience, sometimes I got my money back, sometimes I didn't, and there's always some silly excuse. What would be, when you rent in somewhere like UK or America, what would be considered as wear and tear there? In Thailand, it's something you're expected to pay for. So if you've got scratches on the wall, they may say, oh, we've got to repaint the whole room and you've got to pay for that. So it's a couple thousand baht, 3,000 baht for painting. Things like that. So yeah, they'll try and add on these kind of things. So be careful there. And sometimes they may just say, no, we're not paying. And sometimes there's not much you can do about it. So be careful there. Make sure the deposit isn't too much. I was lucky, our place, we didn't have to pay a month in advance, we just put the deposit down, and we didn't have a contract, so we could have left after 1 month. We ended up staying a year anyway, but just try and get the best deal you can. You can always negotiate as well, but just be careful with that deposit. Alright guys, so to quickly wrap up there, if you're renting in Thailand, it's going to be pretty cheap. Much cheaper than living in the West, but to make it simple, Bangkok have at least 8,000 a month. Provinces, smaller provinces up in Isaan, you can get as low as 2,000 to 5,000, you'll get something okay. Phuket and the tourist places, you're going to need at least 10 to 15,000 to get anything half decent. unless you're staying in some place a little out of the way and it's not going to be as nice. So yeah, hope that helps. Hope you like my video today. I'm all moved in now in Ratchatham. I'll let you know how the rest of the move goes, and how I like living here compared to Hatyai. But anyway, that's today's video, and until the next time, stay awesome.